When most people think about philosophy, they think about kind of somebody sitting in an armchair removed from matters of the world. And that type of philosophy has really changed. And so I like to think of philosophers as coming with a tool belt.
You can kind of do philosophy about anything or any field. There's philosophy of science, there's metaphysics that studies the ultimate nature of reality, there's epistemology that looks at knowledge. Philosophy is kind of like this framework or this foundation that allows you to think hard and deeply about pretty much anything in the manifold of human experience. Philosophy provides a tool set for critical, analytical thinking. Being able to reason precisely, carefully, and avoid cognitive biases is extremely important and extremely useful.
You strip yourself out of your core beliefs for a second and step into someone else's or step into none. And I think that is very, very, very important because you're going to come across all kinds of people in the world. You're going to go into different disciplines and you have to take yourself out of your own shoes and look through someone else's eyes. And philosophy does a really good job with teaching you that.
I've really liked my time at the University of Minnesota. I've found so much community here and so much support. Professors are friendly and helpful and very learned, that we've got a lot of really, really brilliant people here. They're pretty much all willing to, I think, engage with students where they're at, in any way they can. And I really appreciate that. I think that definitely encourages passion.
One thing that we do here is emphasize that philosophy needs to be alive to the lives of our students. So we're bringing the tools of analytic philosophy to issues like oppression, racial justice, gender justice, issues like the role of science in politics and in society.
One of the things that makes studying philosophy at the U really unique, I think, is the community and the diversity of perspectives that we bring to philosophy. Not only are we strong in the kind of history of philosophy, but we also have professors who are in a variety of different sub-areas. So you get moral philosophy, you get philosophy of oppression and resistance. How do we fight back against power? How do we live our lives well? And also, how do we build stronger societies and communities? And so those are all different approaches to philosophy that you can find here at the U.
One thing that I really love about students here is that pretty much everyone is really dedicated to fostering a collaborative, supportive, and kind community where we can do the best philosophy possible, because philosophy is ultimately a collaborative effort.
The community is supportive. We like to see each other succeed. And so we will share resources with one another. We will comment and give feedback. We will cheerlead for one another and really take joy in other people's triumphs. You leave knowing that you've participated in creating something new, that you have advanced research in a particular realm. That might mean that you have impacted a particular community. That might mean that you've gotten to pursue something that you've cared about for years or for decades, and that you feel like you've been heard here.
I honestly think that philosophy really makes you a good listener, a good community member. It's very interesting because you get to go in and actually ask these big questions and understand yourself and understand others around you and really have this discussions with people who don't necessarily have the same thought, which is a lot of what you'll do in law school. As a Muslim woman, I'm going to come across people who don't share the same belief system that I do. And so for me, that was really important because I got to look in and be like, okay, well, where does belief stem from? What do people who don't necessarily share my belief system, how do they look at life? And I think that was really important too.
I think that these skills that you're getting from philosophical education are really the scaffolding for whatever other knowledge you're going to take in throughout your life.
It's a badge of honor to say that I'm a philosophy major.